Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. I'm here today to share my most recent haul with you all. Super excited about this. It's time for me to start picking up some of the items that I usually buy as transplants from my local nursery. They're usually herbs that I don't grow from seed, herbs that you can't grow from seed. You have to get a cutting or a transplant. And some of these things I used to order and have them shipped in. I love to support my local nurseries with a little bit, since I grow most things from seed. And so it's usually these rare or harder to find herbs, or just ones that, like a couple of them. I have some growing from seed, but their plants look so good for a few bucks. I went out and bought some. First though, I'm gonna show you my latest citrus edition. You'll see this in an upcoming video. I had to pop by the big box store to get some things, and they had their patio citrus for 20 bucks. I got some last year for on clearance. They were like $12 each, and I have managed to keep them alive throughout the winter indoors, so I'm super excited. About half of them look like they look pretty great. I did harvest a bunch of leaves off of them, and I freeze dried them for teas and for cooking. And so when I saw this, I had to get it. It's filled with blooms already. And I actually already went back and I got more. You'll see that probably in tomorrow's video. But I just it's here, so I just had it out watering it. And then I have more inside with some other things still in the car yet. I'm gonna bring those out after I record this video, get them watered, and we'll record that video to share with you probably tomorrow. But anyway, let's get back to the herbs. And so I'll just go through and show you what I picked up. All right, so I'm gonna grab the camera and we'll scan the table, and I'll show you all the herbs that I got for my 2026 outdoor garden. Hey y'all, Cherie here. Well, I'm spending the day doing like a garden center hop. I don't really need a ton of stuff. I'm on the hunt for some very specific things, and I just like this. I like to support my local garden centers, and I always find something cool there. So I'm at a place where I usually get some different herb starts. They have a great variety of mints that you can't grow from seed. Of course, I don't need seeds, but I'm gonna try this Minnesota midget cantaloupe this year. And then I also saw that they have jicama seeds, which I did start some old jicama seeds that I have, and they germinated. And so I figured now with my new greenhouse, this might be something, that could be a little fun to try to grow out. They have a long grow season, 4 to 9 months, which is, way longer than my grow season total. But I always like to have some fun stuff to play around with. I was looking for a specific pea that I saw. I have a lot of peas, but this is one purple one that I didn't restock the pack, so I'll look for that online. And then I did see up here, I'm gonna try this Hearts of Gold cantaloupe. I'm trying some more of my watermelon and cantaloupe seeds that I've been buying and hoarding. I have like a ridiculous number of varieties. So I'm gonna select what I'm gonna grow and just, have fun. But that's it for the seeds. I'm gonna go in now and see what kind of herb plants I find. Cute bamboo hoops to put into pots. All right, here's all the beautiful things that I'm just gonna mind my business and walk past. All right, so I got my herbs. I'm just gonna have a quick peek outside. I'm not buying anything today, but just curious to see what they have out so far. Look at these roses. So next weekend will be their big weekend set up, I think, usually Mother's Day weekend. They have their pansies on sale, but I'm not gonna put out any pansies this year. I have some growing from seed that I'll transplant eventually, but I'm mostly focused on getting the food garden just loaded to the max right now. They always have cool fruit trees though, and they again, it's not something that I need any more of. This is why I get so excited about the $20 deal at the big box store. Look at this chestnut crab apple. That's beautiful. You know, prices are a little bit better there. Now again, these are usually older trees that they're selling. But yeah, it's a lot to spend to take the risk of you not keeping it alive. See here, they do. A lot of people get their plant starts here. But again, I grow mine from seed. They're $5.69 per plant this year. Very cool varieties. And the plants are always super healthy looking. But you know, I grow mine from seed now. But if you didn't, I mean, they're expensive, but yeah, I think everywhere is going to be expensive this year. This tomato plant is $40. Pepper planter is $40 also. Beautiful hibiscus. Okay, so first up, I stopped at one local store. I always go there to get my strawberry mint and my pineapple mint. They carry some sages that I can't or don't grow from seed, like this. This is the golden sage. It's so beautiful. I harvested and saved a good amount of these last year, but not as much as I wanted. So I'm gonna be on top of the herbs. What I'm gonna be doing, which is what I always do, is mix these throughout the vegetable gardens. But I'm gonna set up some dedicated single pots of many of these herbs that I wanna make sure that I harvest and preserve a lot of. I did that with like the pineapple sage and a couple other things. I just had them in a pot by themselves. And that was a great way for me to remember to keep harvesting and preserving. Sometimes when I mix them in with the beds, with the vegetables, you know, I kind of harvest it as I need to use it, or I harvest a little bit here and there, but then I forget about it. And then, you know, at the end of the season, I'm so focused on the tomatoes and eggplant and all that kind of stuff that I kind of run out of time to harvest my herbs as much as I want. So like I said, I harvest a lot of them. I'll link to the videos, I've shared them, but I want to harvest even more. So like I said, this is golden sage. It's so beautiful. This is a tricolor sage. I did grab a purple sage, even though I have lots of this growing in the grow room right now. It just looks so good. This was one that doesn't grow quite as like big and fast for me. And so I think I'm gonna have this as a dedicated greenhouse plant, and I'll just see if I can keep it growing all year long. I love, love, love this golden oregano. This spreads and fills in so beautifully. I got 2 of those. I usually anchor these on the corner of the one of the large raised beds at the entrance to the garden. I grab more apple mint, even though I do again have that growing from seed, and it does come back in my garden. It's just not like a rapidly growing one, and I want to have more of it. Same with the strawberry mint. I got 2 of those. Where's the other strawberry mint? Yeah, this is the other strawberry mint. So they're already big, healthy plants. I'll be dividing these up as I transplant them. Also, I got a mojito mint. And then I got my pineapple sage. I got some pineapple mint. I got a Corsican mint, even though I have this also growing already. It was just a beautiful plant. And then I got one French lavender. I might go back and get more French lavender. Though I do like to get, I'm growing lavender that is supposed to be perennial here. But again, I want to grow a lot, especially in this rocky border garden behind me. And I want to try to perennialize some. So I might pick up some more plants depending on how big my plants actually get by the time it's, you know, ready to put them outdoors. So this is from one local nursery. And actually I should have already shown the footage of me shopping there, but I showed you the seeds that I picked up: the jicama, the hearts of gold cantaloupe, and the Minnesota midget cantaloupe. Now my other stop, I really hit the jackpot. I was so excited. I went there looking for something specific that they did not have, but I found another amazing treasure. And so I got more mojito mint. I got 2 containers of chamomile, which again, I'm growing chamomile from seed. Mine is tiny. So for a few bucks, it's worth it for me. I just got a regular sage. I didn't start any culinary sage just yet, but I might. I started some of the other varieties of sage that I have. I got, looks like 2 oreganos here. 1, 2. Again, even though I've already shared the video where I started lemon balm, I did get some more lemon balm. I think this is going to be one that, again, I put in the pot and keep in the greenhouse. And then I got more pineapple sage. I got a lemongrass, again, even though I'm growing lemongrass from seed. I got a marjoram, even though I'm growing marjoram from seed. And I got 2 more lavenders. Then over here, I got more sage. Again, I just decided I need to grow more herbs than I've already seed started for. I've been focusing a lot of the shelf space on the flowers in addition to my, of course, vegetables this year, where normally I would do a lot of herbs and not as many flowers. And so I'm so glad I got these for a few dollars per pot. I got thyme, and again, I can split all of these and make multiple plants. I think this is a spearmint. I got 2 cilantros, and then look here, y'all. I got 5 fennels. I love fennel, and I've never seen this there before. And then look at all the fennels that are in there. So I'm going to divide these up. So this one pot has like 8 in there. So I'm going to separate all of those, and I'll be off to a great stock with a lot of fennel already. This is a peppermint. This is a peppermint. Again, I do have some perennialized in my lower garden, but I don't have any herbs, any mint in my upper hillside garden, which I've expanded. And so I will be putting a lot of these herbs up there. I got 6 rosemaries because, again, I think I'm going to save half of these for the greenhouse to try to keep it growing, or maybe 2, and I'll put 4 outdoors in the hillside garden. This is oregano again. This is cilantro. And then the last plant I'll share, let me count how many I got. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 of these because I was so thrilled when I saw this. It's orange mint. They had orange mint. And this is, I did not see that last year. They always have chocolate mint, and then the peppermint, spearmint, mojito mint. But this is the first time I've ever seen orange mint. Now, this is also the earliest I've gone there. I usually don't go until after Mother's Day when they kind of had everything out. These weren't even like put on the shelf yet. They were still on the metal carts that they pull off the truck, or that they store indoors, and lots of stuff was still wrapped in plastic and cover. And so I am so thrilled. And so I'm definitely going to take a few of these indoors, in the grow room or just in my kitchen, and try to keep them alive. Definitely going to have some in the greenhouses. I'll put some in both greenhouses, and then I'll put some in pots, and I'll put some in raised beds, low down to the ground, higher up, all the places, just to see if I can get this to perennialize here. So far I've gotten the chocolate mint, the apple mint, peppermint, spearmint, and ginger mint to perennialize in my raised bed garden. So if I can add orange mint to that, that would be great. And I think a small patch of strawberry mint came back. Apple mint definitely came back. Yeah. So it is, in certain spots perennializing for me. So it's nice. Like chocolate mint was something I would always buy a couple plants, and now I actually pull it up and have to compost it, because it's just, at some point, it's more than I need. I have so much preserved at this stage. So yeah, those are my new additions